Charles, I heard you just got a really cool email from SIG. Can you fill me in?
Yeah, so we've been talking about our live inventory dealer locator here from Buying Freedom Group, and I got a mass marketing email from SIG featuring, "Hey, find a SIG dealer near you," right? So, and that's not a new concept, a dealer locator, but it actually ends up being a frustration for the consumer. So no better way than to like hurt your brand loyalty than it's like, right? You've probably had this experience. You want to get this hot new item. You go to the manufacturer website, you look at the dealer list, you stop by there on your way home from work because they're a dealer, quote unquote, right? You walk in, they're like, well, we've got a hat from that manufacturer, but we don't have that item you're looking for. Oh, but let me sell you this other thing that we do have, right? So it feels like a bait and switch. Most dealer locators. The cool thing about the Buying Freedom Group live inventory dealer locator, we're getting real-time inventory data from thousands of FFL retailers and outdoor stores. So if you are looking for an exact item, you know it's physically in stock. The other nice thing is you can filter, hey, this is an elite dealer. This is a dealer with a range that has a rental gun that I can actually go and shoot that exact item that I'm interested in. And it creates actually a direct backlink from the dealer to the manufacturer's website. Uh, so it's pretty cool because it's not just a dealer locator. It's sort of a an SEO boost, which is hard to get in firearms e-commerce, while at the same time really creating that trust with the consumer.
Yeah, I feel exactly what you're saying. I like funny story. One of the very first weapons that I ever bought um, was a Glock. But the funny story behind the whole thing was I actually went into a store. I was living in California at the time. I was in the military, and this was pre crazy California. This was back in the early 2000s, and I went in for a 226. So I wanted a Sig 226, and when I went into the store, they didn't have it. I kind of walked in, knew what I wanted. I mean, I had been researching this thing for a while. I'd read all the magazines because YouTube wasn't really a thing yet, but I'd read all the magazines. I'd looked at all the stuff, and I was like, I want a 226. I walked in, and I left with a Glock. So it's one of those situations where, you kind of know what you want, but if they don't have it in stock, they're gonna sell you something. That dealer wants that revenue, and so that was one of the first firearms that I ever bought. And after everything, and even as hardline as I was about that's what I'm getting, I was young and I had money in my pocket, and they made sure I spent that money before I walked out the door. So it is interesting how that, as you put it, the bait and switch happens. But we've resolved that, and obviously Sig is using it. But are there other large manufacturers that are using the system today?
There are, yeah. So we've got a wide variety of manufacturers. SIG is one that's lets us kind of do some show and tell, but you'll see a lot more of this popping up in your firearm purchase journey. But the cool thing for manufacturers in the firearms or two-way space, outdoor space, right? This is just sort of the cherry on top for your consumer. The neat part is you get visibility on all of this dealer inventory. So you can really work directly with those FFL dealers to get the right product in stores at the right time to make sure that your consumers have it. Demographics, right? And then, hey, even if you want that big box inventory, we can pipe that in as well. So you've got that purview of, hey, you know, middle market, brick and mortar, Americana dealers, all the way up to your big box guys in terms of availability, visibility.
Let me put a different hat on because my bald head is getting sunburned, and let me be a consumer really fast. I'm a consumer, and I'm like, man, this is really cool. I'm watching this video and I go, this is awesome. I've been looking for X, Y, or Z firearm for the longest time. How do I know when I go to a manufacturer's website that I'm looking at BFG?
Yeah, so you really wouldn't necessarily know because we can customize this locator to, of course, match the brand and being directly embedded in that manufacturer's website. But you're really not going to see actual inventory availability, right? So if you're looking at a specific color, size of any item, and you're like, find near me, it's going to show you dealers that literally have it in stock, not drop ship, right? Not, oh, we can get it for you. I can go there right now and have confidence that that exact item is going to be in stock. And like I said, it actually links. If you click that product link on the dealer locator, it takes you to that item on the e-com site. So that's great for the consumer. They're not going to get distracted, right? Most dealer locators just dump you on the homepage. You can configure this to take the consumer specifically to that manufacturer's item, so they're not going to get distracted by any other products, and they can just buy it online for in-store pickup.
Got it. So I'm a big fan of the Warrior Poet Society, right? I've been following that channel for many, many years. And Shadow Systems, another manufacturer, creates or is in partnership, and they've built a Warrior Poet Society pistol. And so if I want that pistol in its elite status with a threaded barrel in a certain color, I can plug all that into the computer. And as long as that manufacturer is using the BFG dealer locator, when I hit find, it's actually going to tell me where that exact pistol is within the market.
Correct. Yep. Yep. And it's not, it's real time, right? So it's not like, oh, they had it 3 days ago. It's that, no, they have it now. So yeah, it's great again for the consumer. But if you're a manufacturer and you're watching this, the real power is behind the scenes, right? So that data is awesome. And then we can tie in direct ordering with that as well, which is probably, a whole nother topic. But, if you're wanting some of these features, hit us up. We can actually show you where your inventory is out in the market. We'll give you a glimpse for free. So if you're a buyer, if you're a marketing director, CEO in the outdoor space, you need to talk to us, because we got some fun info.